Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased that you've joined us today on this, the most important day in the Polytechnic's calendar. We're assembled here to acknowledge the accomplishments of those who have been our students and who, through the exercise of their industry and talents, have earned the right of admission to a variety of academic and professional communities which share the pursuit of some specific form of excellence. This ceremony marks the point of recognition. The pomp and ritual symbolize the traditions in which it is rooted. And I now call upon the heads of the departments of Computing, Environmental and Geographical Studies, Polymer, Metals and Dental Technology, and the acting heads of the departments of Chemistry and Mathematics and Physics, and the course leader of the BSc Combined Studies degree course to present their students.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within Combined Studies. BSc Honours Combined Studies, First Class Honours, Caroline Carroll. Suzanne Ruth Godden, Prize for the Best Graduating Student Studying Chemistry. Kazra Golzorki. John Richard Howell. Saira Hussain. Rebecca Ann Kennington. Claire Lambert, IMA Prize for Outstanding Performance in Honours Mathematics Final Degree Examination. Elizabeth Ann Marr. Elliot Stapleton. Second Class Honours, First Division, Duncan James Ainsley. Alana Roberta Barton. Graham Roland Bentley. Manjit Bowler. Catherine Anna Brown. Sharon Christine Brown. Robert David Bullen. Yun Lam Chung. Susan Ann Coles. Lois Stephanie Cousins. William George Druskowski. Claire Elizabeth Durbin. Paul Stanley Dutton. Nigel Kenneth Egan. Beverly Gillard. Helen Lisa Greaves. Christopher Raymond Harper. Martin Charles Harrison. Joseph Patrick Hopkins. Anne Hopwood. Alex Robin Howie. Shehzad Hussain. Stephen Michael Jackson. Simon Johnson. Glenn David Jollies. Holly Catherine Jones. Jaspal Singh Kakkar. Stephen Michael Kilgallen. Alka Kota. Tasleem Kausa Latif. Graham Richard Lawson. Vicky Marie Martin. Ian Douglas Meikle. Anna Mysore. Devji Samji Patel. Neil Ridges Payne. Li Hu Feng. Faisal Banau Rasul. Ronald Reed. Louise Ann Rayner. Vincent James Roche. Ruth Louise Seville. Emma Jane Scammell. Nicola Marie Sharkey. Jonathan Smith. Christine Margaret Stewart. Andris Tamsons. David Arthur Tomlinson. Paula Catherine Trapnell. Sarah Kate Walker. Timothy Mark Walpole. Angela Waring. Nicholas James Wood. Weiman Yao. Simon Richard Yeomans. Cindy Yi Han Young. Susan Yi Kwan Young. Second Class Honours, Second Division. Sarah Ann Bailey. Susan Catherine Barber. Joanne Catherine Barlow. Kevin Anthony Barrett. Michelle Catherine Boland. Maria Jane Booth. Gail Breen. Lynn Audrey Olive Bedurkin. Louise Carr. John Simeon Catlow. Pankaj Chadha. Yves Basil Chimon. Leon Lee Coleman. Harvey Neil Collard. Belinda Sarah Cooklin. Caroline Elizabeth Corliss. Heather Jane Crawford. Joanne Dewhurst. Darren Evans. Andrew John Fearon. Jacqueline Victoria Fitzgerald. Paul Allen Francis. Lee Craig Fulwood. Tara Alice Gooding. Joanna Lisa Goodman. Samantha Jane Gorse. Wilda May Grant. Tina Lorraine Griffiths. Julie Helen Guttridge. Alison Hadfield. Mark Thackeray Harrison. David George Howitt. Catherine Hawksworth. Barry James Hearsey. Julie Ann Hayes. Kevin Holdsworth. Sarah Hulton Bramer. Catherine Mary Howell. Leslie Ann Hughes. Robert Charles Hughes Penny. Paul David Humphreys. Tasnim Hussain. Malcolm Victor Isaacs. Howard Simon Jakes. Moira Helen Jennings. Andrew James Jones. Gareth William Jones. Tina Rose Lorraine. Anne Christina MacDonald. Bruce George Mackey. Adriano Antonio Eduardo Mandolini. Elizabeth Ruth May. Justin Edward McDonnell. Lillian Catherine Miller. Yogesh Mistry. Stephanie Joy Mones. John Andrew Moffat. Neil Andrew Moore. Andrew Stephen Moores. Derek Nelson. Martin Paul Ogden. Michael James Parsons. Anthony Roger Pellerin. Alistair Dominic Power. Margaret Danielle Prince. Jill Rain. Catherine Allison Reid. Jonathan Mark Rhodes. Fiona Rimington. John Edward Rogers. Lisa Ann Rothwell. Corinne Ann Samaru. Edward Shields. Duncan Kenneth Smith. Michael Charles Smith. Christopher Paul Smyton. Helen Mary Snape. Yuen Phi Tang. Amanda Jane Tate. Paul James Taylor. Sally Margaret Thornton. Trond Tweeberg. Asma Osmani. Tracy Ann Warner. Simon Thomas Wood. Frances Jane Woodman. Third class honours, Volkan Salih Artik. Joanne Byrne. Kay Laura Chapman. Christopher Fishburne. Janet Elizabeth Goodwin. Vaughan Heslington. Christopher Roland James. Christopher Hugh Layton. Christopher Paul Marsland. John Darren McMenamin. Renu Mehta. Naeem Mohammed. Richard Julian Anthony Morris. Nahida Bano Nidjar. Harry Frederick Pearson. Janet Quinn. Tahir Rashid. Richard Stanley Smith. BSc Combined Studies, Karshem Revsji Chowdhury. Jonathan Charles Gill. Naomi Francis Holt. Martin Mark Tarpey. BSc Honours Chemistry, Second Class Honours, First Division, Ruth Caroline Ellams. John Patrick Hurley. Anoop Ratan Sathi. Second Class Honours, Second Division, Rehana Azim. Stephen Corliss. Sandra Joy Douthwaite. Gemma Mary Kelly. Paul Michael Monaghan. Jeffrey Leslie Potter. Shailesh Kumar Prajapati. Richard Stephen Strom. Mark Thomas. Third Class Honours, Alec Kenyon. Shaheen Firdos Khan. Myred Mary Owens. Humahan Sagar Rashid. BSc Chemistry, Catherine Claire Naish.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within the Department of Chemistry. Doctor of Philosophy, Stephen Leonard Taylor. Konstantin Vasilou. MSc Strategies in Organic Synthesis, Jeffrey Charles Nielsen Massey. BSc Honours Applied Chemistry, First Class Honours and winner of the Royal Society of Chemistry Manchester Professional Panel Prize, Deborah Jane Pendlebury. Second class honours, First Division, Philip Duckworth. Second class honours, Second Division, David John Marsh. BSc Applied Chemistry, Paul Ridd. Andrew Thompson. Polytechnic Certificate in Applied Chemistry, Beverly Jo Cowsill. Polytechnic Certificate in Advanced Analytical Chemistry, Subha Shivaji Bosal. Higher National Diploma in Science, Chemistry, Devinder Singh Bassi. Anisha Ghulam Hussain. Tahir Hussain. Nilesh Patel. Martin Joseph Savage. Higher National Certificate in Science, Chemistry, Brian Shuker. Donna Taylor. Karen Waring. David Whitaker.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within the Department of Computing. BSc Honours Applied Computing, Second Class Honours First Division, Alexander Lee Butler. Second Class Honours Second Division, Brian Langdon. Christopher Derrick Rhodes. Third Class Honours, Lee Anthony Eddowes. Philip Andrew Gibbs. Paul John Haywood. BSc Applied Computing with Distinction, Donald Aird. Andrew Turner. BSc Applied Computing, Christopher Brian Jones. Nicola Cam. Alfred Stephen Clark. Patricia Josephine Diskin. Wayne Christopher Dobson. Alan Edward Gregory. Sherry Lynn Kirkwood. Neil Philip McGrath. Ian Michael Petty. Ian James Sharman. Polytechnic Certificate in Applied Computing, Barry James Vinden. Higher National Diploma in Computer Studies, Brian William Blackett. Graham Richard Bunce. Michael Richard Davis. Jeffrey Duncalf. Sargon John Elias. Stephen Paul Horrocks. Alnor Alibai Kara. Barbara Crook. Lyndon Lloyd Levine. James Allen Lewis. Christine Marion Lockhart. Andrew Lindsay Lowndes. Ian David McLaren. Andrew James Micknick. Shyster Raymond. Darren Mark Rogers. Carol Francis Ryan. Amir Shah. Ian Mark Robert Swindles. Julie Tasker. Peter Walwork. Ian William Scott Wells. Andrew Lewis Westbourne. Higher National Diploma in Computer Studies, Software Engineering, Peter Andrew Beaver. Julie Ann Hanley.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within the Department of Environmental and Geographical Studies. Doctor of Philosophy, David William Raper. MSc Countryside Management, John Alfred Wright. Postgraduate Diploma in Countryside Management, Michael Dunn. Richard Scott. Peter Wigglesworth. BSc Honours Environmental Management, First Class Honours, Christopher Ray. Second Class Honours, First Division, Jonathan James Barton. Stephanie Louise Nell. Andrew John McIntosh. Emma Sophie Tolson. Second Class Honours, Second Division, Timothy John Crow. Gary Davis. Nicola Gillian Drumgoole. Timothy John Pollard. BSc Environmental Management, Jonathan Nicholas Chambers. Polytechnic Certificate in Environmental Studies with Commendation, Jacqueline Elaine Hick.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within the Department of Mathematics and Physics. Doctor of Philosophy, Bijan Rahimzadi. MSc Physical Measurement Techniques and Instrumentation, Mark Anthony Farnworth. Martin Fenton. Graham Jeffrey Oliver. Stephen James Weston. BSc Mathematics with Distinction, Janet Merle Gander. Janice Gray. BSc Mathematics, Jane Elizabeth Ball. Roy Bonney. Arthur Gray. BSc Honours Physics, Second Class Honours, First Division, Jonathan Ford. Michael Green. BSc Physics with distinction, Brian Michael Carr. Stuart Crooks. BSc Physics, Walid Abdul Hussain. Michael Peter Parkinson. Brian Edmund Wild. Polytechnic Certificate in Physics, Mehdi Gorgi. Higher National Diploma in Mathematics, Statistics and Computing, Amjad Ali. Michael Y. Hung Chan. Mayank M. Ladd. Linda Sue Feng Lai. Gary David Langham. Hong Y. Lau. Catherine Mary Robson. High-Tech Diploma with distinction, Elaine Judith Allen.
Sir, I present to you students who have gained awards within the Department of Polymer, Metals and Dental Technology. Doctor of Philosophy, David Lowe. Polytechnic Research Diploma, Tony Allison. BSc Honours Polymer Science and Technology, First Class Honours, Brian George Cosgrove, who receives the British Vita Award. Sheila Downey. Second Class Honours, First Division, Mahesh Bhagwanji Bhagat. Neil William Hayes. Philip Midgley. Antonio Paliuca. Gary Pollard. Mary Teresa Ross. Jill Summers. Trevor Richard Summers. Peter John Wallen. Paul Anthony Wilson. Second Class Honours, Second Division, John Charles Clark. Ruth Francis Jackson. Khalid Masood Malik. Howard Leslie Mannock. Hardyal Singh Mataru. David Jackson Metcalf. Joseph Patrick Mark Nelson. Andrew Christopher Partridge. Philip James Lees Spencer. BSc Polymer Science and Technology with distinction, Karen Mary Bolshaw. Stephen Byrne receives the British Vita Award. BSc Polymer Science and Technology, Carl Adrian Baum. Jacqueline Ann Birch. Kevin Andrew Bleeds. Peter Andrew Eckersley. Jason Patrick Gallagher. David James Heyman. Christopher Richard George Newman. David Richard Newton. John Howard O'Hara. Stephen William Parry. Stephen James Radford. Deborah Yates. BSc Honours Manufacturing Metallurgy, First Class Honours and winner of the Institute of Metals Prize, Andrew Green. Second Class Honours First Division, David Bosco. Alan George Butler. Carl Gregson. Christopher Philip Perkins. Alistair McLements Porter. Harold David Twist. Second Class Honours, Second Division, Trevor Howard Jones. Higher National Diploma in Science, Dental Technology, Sabah Saleh Abdullah. Alan David Jones. Maria Polymarhaki.
Syed Shafkat Ahmed Shah. Duncan John Wellesby. Harvey James Wilkes awarded the Dentsply Trophy. Higher National Certificate in Science, Dental Technology, Walid Khalid Hassoun. David John Powell. David Paul Robinson, who also receives the British Dental Association Prize. Paul Michael Smith. Higher National Certificate in Science, Polymer Technology, Andrew Raymond Erdley. Polytechnic Certificate in Dental Technology with Distinction, National Diploma in Science, Dental Technology, and awarded the T.H. Mason Award, Zoe Catherine Davey. Polytechnic Certificate in Dental Technology and National Diploma in Science, Dental Technology, Philip John Bateson. Peter George Goff. Joanne Kamsepur. Helen Louise Lawson. Colin William Riley. National Diploma in Science, Dental Technology, Abdul Rahman Nasser Al-Alfaj. Faisal Al-Otaibi. Christopher David Humphreys. Simon David Patrick Kay. David Brian Maitland. Jeffrey Roden. Mark Stephen Russell. Yusuf Abbas Shah. Higher National Certificate in Science, Polymer Technology, Andrew Martin Davies. John Darren Grimshaw. Michael John Winrow.
On the platform and you, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, to stand and give all our students a standing ovation. In my introduction at the beginning of this ceremony, I emphasised that this is the most important day in the Polytechnic's year, for it is the day on which we pay tribute to the achievements of you, our students. And I know that I speak for all of my colleagues on the platform when I congratulate you on your success and say how delighted we are to share in this happy occasion. But the occasion belongs also to those nearest to you. Parents and friends, husbands, wives, sons and daughters, brothers, sisters, and grandparents, those who have played a far more substantial role than we in your education, made great sacrifices, and given you their continuing support. It is therefore only fitting on this occasion that they too should share in your success and that we should recognise the contribution that they have made. This is also the occasion each year when the Polytechnic pauses to take a look at itself, to measure its achievements against the goals that it has set for itself. This year, Manchester Polytechnic has recruited almost 18,000 students, making it, by a considerable margin, the largest polytechnic in this country and its second largest institution of higher education, second only to London University, a collegiate institution. In many subject areas, such as those in which students have graduated this morning, it is a major national centre, seeking to meet not only the aspirations of students, but the needs of industry and commerce, and thereby contributing to the country's economic and social well-being. When the Polytechnics were established in 1970, they were given a mission to provide an alternative form of higher education, complementary to that to be found in the universities. Their distinctiveness was to be captured in a primary emphasis on their role as teaching institutions, providing courses at different levels, pre-degree, degree and postgraduate, in different modes of study, full-time, sandwich course, part-time day and evening, and for those already in employment, as well as for those completing their full-time education. Institutions, moreover, which would be responsive to the needs of industry, business and the professions, and of the communities in which they were located, providing access for students with a wide range of academic and practical experience, many of them without the traditional qualifications for entry. And we see many examples of that student body passing across this platform this morning. Over the last 19 years, polytechnics have grown in size and importance to become, alongside the universities, major providers of higher education. The mission they were given in 1970 has stood the test of time. Today, it remains as real and challenging as ever. Indeed, it is significant that when Manchester Polytechnic was incorporated on the 1st of April this year as an independent institution, it chose once again to reaffirm its commitment to those same principles, to be an accessible and responsive institution of higher education of the highest quality, to be a centre of excellence in its teaching, scholarship and research, to serve the aspirations of all with the ability and motivation to benefit, and to meet the needs of industry, business, the professions and of the wider community. These are the goals towards which the Polytechnic must continually strive, for it is a never-ending process in that those goals can never in any final sense be achieved. And yet there are the milestones on the way, the attractiveness of courses as shown in the numbers of students applying for them, the numbers of students recruited and the backgrounds from which they come, success rates in terms of the numbers and the levels of qualifications gained by students, the ease with which they find employment and the kind of employment they gain. Not least, the longer-term careers which students pursue and the relevance, if any, of their courses of study. There is evidence to be found also in the alertness of staff, in updating or changing their courses to meet changing circumstances, or in developing new courses to meet new needs. The Faculty of Science and Engineering is as active in this respect as it is in its promotion of relationships with the many industries it serves. And then again, there is the reputation which an institution gains through the activities of its members of staff, who gain recognition locally, nationally, and internationally through their research, consultancy, publications, and other activities. And again, I must pay tribute to my colleagues who enhance our standing in this way. These are just a few amongst the many indicators which demarcate the successful from the unsuccessful institutions. And yet they are at best cues and in no way substitutes for the educational enterprise itself, the quality of the educational experience enjoyed by students, the interest quickened, the knowledge gained, the skills acquired. Rather, it is then in the hearts and minds, as well as in the achievements of you, our students, that the success of the educational enterprise is to be found. Therefore, in acknowledging the accomplishments of you, our students, this morning, we are reminded of how far we have come, of how far we have to go, but chiefly of what we are about. Our modern world is and will continue to be dominated by the advance of science and technology. The things we eat and drink, the clothes we wear, the places in which we live and the services provided, the materials we use, the safeguarding of health and the curing of sickness, our sources of energy, modes of transport, communication, and the wherewithal of entertainment. These are fundamental to our way of life, which is entirely dependent on developments in the sciences and technologies. Our national economy, which is our livelihood, requires us to export more, import less. And that depends on the availability of a more highly educated and skilled workforce, which will enable us to compete in Europe and further afield. In particular, we need more students entering science and technology in order to break that vicious circle of a severe shortage of teachers of such subjects in schools, and thereby insufficient applicants for places in institutions of higher education, and thereafter competing demands on those who qualify each year. As a country, we need more graduates in science and engineering to support our way of life and our ability to pay for it. As graduates in science and engineering, you have a vital role to play. As practitioners, you will be judged not by your words, but by your actions and their results. The subjects you have studied require reflection, analysis, knowledge, understanding, imagination, but they also require technique, skill, inventiveness, meticulousness, and patience, and the know-how which characterizes successful practice. It is then our earnest wish that you will use your talents to the benefit of yourselves and of others. Perhaps, too, you will come to regard the time you spent with us with affection, a time when friendships were made, talents and skills developed, insights gained. To those of you who still seek the job you desire, you carry our best wishes that you will soon be successful in your search. To those of you who are engaged in yet further study, we extend the wish that you will enjoy yet further success. To those of you who are already embarked on the career of your choice, it is our hope that you will serve your chosen vocation with commitment and with distinction. Above all else, it is by you and through you that the Polytechnic will be judged, and that is how it should be. With affection and great pride, we congratulate you and we offer our best wishes to you in your future lives and careers. Thank you very much.
Oh no, you've got to find people now. Hello mate, you alright? Yeah. Excellent.
Oh my god.
You always got back on that step shot, I can't get past it.
Why is it going so when you get back. I know what one of
No, she won't.
Basil!
She wants to.